And I think we are now approaching the climax of this period. And I have a strange feeling that this coming solar eclipse is being used as an excuse because they're starting up the CERN, the infamous CERN, right, which many people feel is opening a portal to demonic energies from other dimensions, etc. Plus, they're shooting rockets at the moon's shadow, which is why I played Moon Shadow this evening, and strange events like that. Plus, leading up to the 8th are planetary alignments that are extremely unusual. And somehow the governments of, at least in the West, I'm not sure if it's going on in other places, are declaring martial law in many parts of the U.S., for sure, over this April 8th event. And because they believe lots of people will gather in the line of where the full eclipse will be visible, and that's the excuse for preparing for the various kinds of possible negative events that could ensue. But it's also bringing about a further loss of freedom and of control. And it could very well be that they would use this event to reveal what they have been giving dribs and drabs of disclosure of the ET influence and all of that, but still in a very a limited hangout, let's say. But it may well be that the motherships come and shoot down these missiles that are being fired at the moon's shadow, and will show up over different areas of the planet. We may have an Independence Day situation, like in that movie, and we may have a situation where the Earth figureheads of the governments that have already been infiltrated will officially surrender and submit to these overlords, and their takeover will become formalized. So if this happens, of course, and it may not happen, it's a wild pipe dream, admittedly, but it's possible. And even if it doesn't happen on that day, it could happen anyway in the near future. And it seems that they're building up to this kind of a final attempt to prevent the need for the total nuclear conflagration, although that may actually accompany this event as well, or at least as a follow-up, because of the human resistance that may also suddenly awaken and create a very unstable situation, in addition to the fact that certain other groups and more angelic types are also at work. And so we are coming to a point where many people will lose hope. They will become completely dismayed and feel like all is lost. And we mustn't be deceived by that declaration that we have, in fact, lost to a higher so-called civilization. And it's at that moment then that those who have become God-conscious will energize the morphogenic field in a higher vibration, which will break the power of the aliens and bring down the fullness of divine light and power into this field, which will become a Buddha field, and shift the entire dream into the singularity, and then bring forth the new world, if we have achieved a sufficient critical number of beings who are at that divine level. So that is our challenge if we wish to become knights of this round table that's now being established.